Welcome to the No Views News. This program was created on Saturday, March 6th, at 3:25 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, by Zeno Reader. There are 710 headlines from 108 feeds we check to build this automated report. Welcome to No Views, daily automated podcast news. The headlines in this super unknown daily news summary do not imply fact-checking or endorsement of ideas. The first headlines are from the current most popular news site, Yahoo News, with 175 million estimated monthly unique visitors. America built the world's most sophisticated cyber weapons. Now they're being used against the country, a new book argues. Cell phone record tie Proud Boys member to someone in Trump White House, NIT reports. Live stimulus updates. Senate extends $300 weekly unemployment benefit in Biden's COVID stimulus bill. Inaugural poet Amanda Gorman said a security guard followed her and told her she looked suspicious when entering her own building. A teenage girl wearing "Everything Will Be Okay" t-shirt was shot in the head on Myanmar's bloodiest day of protests yet. Lake of the Ozarks realtor offered $1.5K to have her former mother-in-law killed, prosecutors. Editorial, rape by deception should be a crime. The 8 Senate Democrats who voted against raising the minimum wage are collectively worth over $43 million. Doug Emhoff and Chasten Buttigieg were spotted hanging out in Washington, D.C., proving their campaign trail friendship is still going strong. Skier narrowly survives avalanche by jumping off 100-foot cliff in California. The next headlines are from the second most popular news website at this time, with 150 million unique monthly visitors, Google News. Pope, top Iraq Shiite cleric hold historic, symbolic meeting, the Associated Press. Cell phone record tie Proud Boys member to someone in Trump White House, NIT reports, Business Insider. The Apollo 11 astronauts quarantined after returning to Earth. Here's why, CNN. Senate Dems strike jobless aid deal, relief bill okay in sight, the Associated Press. Claressa Shields routs Marie-Eve Dicaire, becomes 2-division undisputed champ, ESPN. Midnight Mania, GOAT Amanda Nunes has been dropping guys ahead of UFC 259 bout versus Megan Anderson, MMA Mania. CDC study finds mask mandates slow coronavirus spread, dining out can increase cases, KSL.com. Counties express frustration with 8-minute warning on expanded vaccine eligibility, KCCI Des Moines. CBS reportedly paid $7M for Prince Harry, Meghan Markle interview, page 6. Elon Musk, Tesla is doubling the size of its full self-driving beta program, electric. The following headlines are from the third most popular news website, with 110 million unique monthly visitors, The Huffington Post. Pope Francis holds historic, symbolic meeting with Iraq's top Shiite cleric. McEnany, with straight face, says Trump finds it kind of freeing being off Twitter. Kevin McCarthy's Dr. Seuss stunt leaves people very, very puzzled. Tucker Carlson serves up feast of partisan junk food in stinging superkit. Inaugural poet Amanda Gorman says she was racially profiled outside her home. Accuser claims Cuomo had a take-course on sex harassment he was supposed to do. Rep. Zoe Lofgren's report bears lawmakers' posts bashing election before Capitol riot. Democrats reach deal on unemployment benefits in COVID-19 relief bill. The $15 minimum wage is officially dead in Democrats' COVID-19 relief bill. Ex-House Speaker Paul Ryan is fundraising for pro-impeachment Rep. Liz Cheney. The next headlines are from the fourth most popular news website, with 95 million estimated unique monthly visitors, CNN. Woman allegedly shoots officer with pellet gun. Pandemic leads to uptick in snow machine rentals. Man loses appeal in child murder case. Grass fire spreads into forest preserve. Mental health pros advise officers, virtually. Best friends die days apart from COVID. Dozens of dead waterfowl turn up around lake. Custodian, 5th grader save child's life. Hospital worker adopts boy with special needs. officer arrested, charged with capital murder. The next headlines are from the fifth most popular news website at this time, with 70 million estimated unique monthly visitors, the New York Times. Live updates, Pope visits birthplace of Abraham, invoking ties among faithful. After coup in Myanmar, a career diplomat takes a stand. In Hong Kong, foreign tourists are replaced by a local variety. Seth Rogen on pottery and Ted Cruz. The robots are coming for fill-in accounting. I've never seen anything like this, chaos strikes global shipping. Democrats want a stronger edge in the Senate, Ohio could be crucial. Amtrak wants to expand across the nation, local politics might intervene. If you live to 100, you'll need more than money. In a land dominated by ex-rebels, Kosovo women find power at the ballot box. The following headlines are from the sixth most popular news website, with an estimated 65 million monthly unique visitors, Fox News. Bill limiting China-backed Confucius Institutes passed unanimously by Senate. Zappos founder Tony Hsieh's self-described right-hand person seeking over $9M from his estate. The 2021 Porsche Taycan Cross Turismo is the world's quickest off-road station wagon. Meghan Markle's Suits co-star Patrick J. Adams slammed royal family amid bullying claims, archaic and toxic. Scientific American opposite the editorial page calls on Cuomo to resign for ignoring science on COVID-19. The View host, Republicans are Neanderthals because they don't listen to the government. Glenn Greenwald rips MSNBC's Joy Reid over Bat's crazy claim about Senator Ron Johnson. Derek Chauvin may face third-degree murder charge on top of others after court ruling. Joe Conca, Cuomo nursing home scandal now has a follow-the-money angle. Iran opposition shines light on century of oppression with new film. You are hearing today's top news headlines and more. Today is Saturday, March 6th. The next headlines are from the seventh most popular news website, with 63 million estimated monthly unique visitors, CBS News. Third stimulus check, will your next relief payment be $1,400? 9 great apes at San Diego Zoo become first non-humans to receive a COVID vaccine. This Loyola Chicago team is better than the Final Four team, CBS Gary Parrish talks Ramblers, MVC tournament. Stimulus check update, are relief payments bad for the economy? I was physically shaking, Florida man on seeing 4 endangered panthers at same time. Why are we so fascinated with the royal family? If USC can find its earlier form, CBS Gary Parrish believes they could make a run in NCAA tournament, we know what this team is capable of. National Day of Unplugging, putting the technology down after a difficult year. Loyola gets ready for Missouri Valley Conference tournament with sights set on NCAA tourney run. The next headlines are from the eighth most popular news website, with an estimated 53 million monthly unique visitors, Mail Online, the Daily Mail. Teacher, 35, who had outdoor sex with pupil, 15, dumped her ex after he refused to swing with her. Michael Underwood reveals he's now primary school teacher after television work dried up. New budget blow for middle classes as 1 in 4 families will lose some or all of child benefit. The UK is over, Welsh First Minister Mark Drakeford claims the union is not sustainable. Meghan Markle's Canadian Suits co-star Patrick Adams attacks royals on Twitter. Prince Philip spent second day back at King Edward VI Hospital after leaving St. Bart's. Ant Middleton rejects claims he joked about having sex with a female SAS contestant. Why are there so many ships floating in the sky around Britain? Myanmar security forces launched tear gas and stun grenades at protesters. CAF Neuro staff switch sell-by dates to make gone-off food appear fresh. The following headlines are from the ninth most popular news website, with an estimated 47 million monthly unique visitors, The Washington Post. This is The Washington Post World News Feed. No jab, no job. As British companies move to mandate coronavirus vaccines for employees, discrimination fears mount. Egypt President El-Sisi visits Sudan amid rapprochement. Pakistan's PM wins vote of confidence after Senate setback. Vaxi taxi targets vaccine anxiety as UK minority uptake lags. Speedy variants power virus surge sweeping Europe. The Pope and the Ayatollah, Francis meets Iraq Sistani. Pope, top Iraq Shiite cleric hold historic, symbolic meeting. Why the Pope's visit matters for Iraq's Christians. Pope Francis lands in Baghdad, beginning the first ever papal trip to Iraq. The incredible courage of Myanmar's protesters. The next headlines are from the 10th most popular news website, which has an estimated 42 million monthly unique visitors. The Guardian. This is The Guardian's U.S. news feed. Dalai Lama urges people to get COVID vaccine after having first dose. Myanmar, stop military killing protesters, envoy tells Security Council. California's wildfire smoke could be more harmful than vehicle emissions, study says. Mail-in voting did not raise turnout or boost Democrats, study finds. John Lurie, I wanted to break into Martha Stewart's house and change the curtains, my lawyer said no. Israel's military courts for Palestinians are a stain on international justice, Sahar Francis. The New York Attorney General holding Trump and Cuomo accountable. Rebels with a cause, how teens on screen grew up and found their voice. I was worried Lindsay, Paris or Britney would die, why the zeros were so toxic for women. Berlin Film Festival 2021 Roundup, the most impressive selection in years. The following headlines are from the 12th most popular news website, with an estimated 36 million monthly unique visitors, ABC News. Warmest air since November expected across parts of U.S. next week. Democrats' unemployment insurance plan passes on party line vote. A woman's affair with a married man leads to her disappearance. Poet Amanda Gorman says she was tailed by guard who thought of her as threat. Omaha mayor's family says her husband has died. Crash sends car barreling into outdoor dining area, 8 hurt, officials. New York State legislature passes bill to limit Cuomo's pandemic emergency powers. The next headlines are from the 13th most popular news website, with an estimated 35 million monthly unique visitors, the BBC News. Pope Francis and top Shia cleric Ali al-Sistani discuss plight of Iraq's Christians. Amanda Gorman, U.S. poet says security guard labeled her suspicious. John McAfee charged with fraud over cryptocurrency. COVID, California to open outdoor attractions in April. How Kenya's Malindi morphed into Little Italy. The mystery American woman wanted in the UK. Amanpour, Harry and Meghan Oprah interview won't be an easy ride. Isami, underwater art and COVID vaccine celebrations. The pizza place with sign language on the menu. Falkery, the women saving India's intricate flower embroidery. The following headlines are from the 14th most popular news website, with an estimated 34 million monthly unique visitors, USA Today. Migrant children are still being temporarily separated from relatives under Biden administration. The trial of Derek Chauvin begins this month in the death of George Floyd. Here's what to know. Landslide swallows ambulance, vehicles in Kentucky after intense flooding. In California, theme parks, MLB to reopen April 1st, Placer County restaurants to sue Newsom. Disneyland, sports stadiums to reopen next month in California, Supreme Court vaccinated, latest COVID-19 updates. Appeals court rules third-degree murder charge against Derek Chauvin shouldn't have been tossed. GOP using Obama-era strategy to fight relief bill. Today in history for March 6th. Arizona eases virus rules for businesses, baseball. Video shows Rochester, New York, officer pepper spraying mom with toddler. The next headlines are from the 15th most popular news website, with an estimated 35.5 million monthly unique visitors, the LA Times. Amanda Gorman, inaugural poet, says security guard questioned if she lived in her own building. When will Disneyland, Magic Mountain and other attractions reopen? Here's what we know. California theme parks won't profit at 15% capacity. Here's why they'll reopen anyway. Gabriel B. Zavala, trailblazing mariachi performer and teacher, dies. Attorney ordered to pay back $1.65 million in DWP case. A shot in the arm in the vaccine race. California administers 10 million COVID-19 doses. California is bone dry. Will March bring more misery or a miracle? California theme parks, stadiums can reopen as soon as April 1st under revamped COVID-19 rules. Beverly Hills jeweler offers reward after losing $500,000 watch in stick-up. How teachers in LA and beyond turned away from Dr. Seuss. We hope you are enjoying this news podcast. Today is Saturday, March 6, 2021. You just heard from the top 15 most popular news websites in the world. More, from other news sources, is up next. Next, Reddit World News. Reddit is a user collective which claims over 430 million active users per month, and these are the top voted stories today. Tibetan spiritual leader Dalai Lama gets vaccine shot. Canada announces $2.75 billion investment in zero-emissions buses and charging infrastructure. Japan orders record 6,000 tons of Taiwan pineapples. Taiwan News March 4, 2021. China proposes teaching masculinity to boys as state is alarmed by changing gender roles. At least 30,000 U.S. organizations including local governments have been hacked in recent days by an unusually aggressive Chinese cyber espionage campaign, according to a computer security specialist. Vietnam to teach Korean as first foreign language. Kill them, Duterte wants to finish off communist rebels. Tajnuva Anand becomes Bangladesh's first transgender news anchor. Authorities in Inner Mongolia must solve ethnic problems and push the use of the Mandarin language, Chinese President Xi Jinping said, months after the region was rocked by protests over a new rule that would reduce the use of the local language. Most recent study and many others find that we have just 7-11 years before a true climate catastrophe. Israel demolishes house of disabled Palestinian. Former President Fox expects Mexico to pass landmark cannabis bill next week. U.S. calls on allies to speak up against China's abuses of Muslims. Uyghur News. Philippine authorities seize giant clamshells worth $3.3 million as smugglers turn to the endangered creatures as a substitute for ivory trade. Most coronavirus deaths occurred in countries where majority of adults are overweight. The next headlines are from Forbes. How to watch or live stream the UFC 259 prelims. How to watch or live stream UFC 259, Petr Yan vs. Aljamain Sterling. Billionaire MG George Muthoot, chairman of India's biggest gold-backed lender, dies at 71. How to watch or live stream UFC 259, Amanda Nunes vs. Megan Anderson. How to watch or live stream UFC 259, Jan Blachowicz vs. Israel Adesanya. Texas outages usher in the data-driven utility and private networks. WWE SmackDown results, winners, news and notes on March 5, 2021. EOC probing whether Facebook has committed systemic racial discrimination in hiring. New York legislature votes to strip Cuomo of emergency powers. Senate Democrats cut deal with Manchin for lower unemployment benefits after 9-hour pause. The next headlines are from Nature.com. Multitude of coronavirus variants found in the U.S. but the threat is unclear. Which are the best pandemic policies? Data trackers are trying to judge. Roadmap for domesticating multi-genome rice using gene editing. Nuclear energy, 10 years after Fukushima. Mars arrivals and Etna eruption, February's best science images. Coronapod, COVID's origins and the lab leak theory. How a soft robot survived the deepest ocean on Earth. COVID research updates, T-cells might provide rescue from rampant COVID variants. Webcast, how to write a first-class paper. Author correction, sex-specific adipose tissue imprinting of regulatory T-cells. The world population update. Currently, we are increasing by over 220,000 people a day, expecting to reach 8 billion in 2023. At the time this report was generated, the population was estimated to be 7,690,302,833 humans. Worldometers.info says there are 195 countries at this time and, of those, the top 10 with the largest populations are, in order, China, India, the United States, Indonesia, Pakistan, Brazil, Nigeria, Bangladesh, Russia, and then Mexico. The next headlines are from Variety. Detective Chinatown 3 Feet Review, record-setting mystery comedy tackles Tokyo. Ted K. Review, Charlton Copley is the Unabomber in a slow-burning true crime study. Death of a Virgin, and the Sin of Not Living Review, inner lives revealed with originality and compassion. Ballad of a White Cow Review, an Iranian widow seeks justice in an unfair society. Promising Young Woman sweeps Hollywood Critics Association Awards. Meryl Jonas, TV commercial casting director, dies at 96. Promising Young Woman wins Best Film and Best Actress at Australian Academy International Awards. Janelle Monáe on why she went all in with turntables to spotlight Doc's tales of racial injustice. The CW announces Supergirl final season premiere date, TV News Roundup. China mulls lifelong ban for actors who have used drugs. The following headlines are from NPR, National Public Radio. Hold the drill, why Wall Street wants energy companies to pump less oil, not more. California set to open ballparks, arenas and theme parks in April. New York legislature strips Cuomo of extraordinary emergency powers, with a caveat. What's an NFT, and why are people paying millions to buy them? Derek Chauvin, charged with George Floyd's death, may face additional murder charge. Tragic, driving was down in 2020, but traffic fatality rate surged. Dallas officer ordered man to kill 2 people, police say. Are we raising unhelpful, bossy kids? Here's the fix. Brazil in crisis, it feels like you are in Stalingrad, in World War II. The Capitol siege, the arrested and their stories. The following headlines are from the week. 2 top Cuomo aides leave amid sexual harassment, nursing home scandals. Democratic Senator Kyrsten Sinema compared to Marie Antoinette for voting against minimum wage hike. The Week Contest, Score Shots. The Daily Gossip, Kelly Marie Tran learned how to love again after Star Wars, anticipation for Harry and Meghan's Oprah interview grows, and more. CDC study finds mask mandates reduced COVID-19 cases and deaths. The week's best photojournalism. Disney finally does girl power ride in Raya and the Last Dragon. A shocking number of Democrats voted against a $15 minimum wage. WandaVision loses a bit of the charm in its endgame. Senate Democrats will reportedly lower COVID-19 relief bill's unemployment benefits. The following headlines are from the Texas Observer. A leggy this week, Abbott lets his mask slip. The next headlines are from Physics Buzz News. Ferreting out the details of reproductive cloning. The following headlines are from the NASA Mars Exploration Program. Media Telecom Materials, March 5, 2021. NASA's Perseverance drives on Mars terrain for first time. The next headlines are from Universe Today. A new study says that Betelgeuse won't be exploding anytime soon. How would rain be different on an alien world? Earth's atmosphere can generate a space hurricane. These are the news headlines for today, Saturday, March 6th. This podcast is produced only in English at this time. As of 2020, the Ethnologue reference lists 7,117 different human languages, with English being the third most common, after Mandarin Chinese and Spanish. The following headlines are from earthsky.org. Use Big Dipper to locate hunting dogs. Use Big Dipper to find North Star. Earthquakes rattle New Zealand. Tsunami warnings now lifted. Thousands return home. The next news is from Politico. Biden's first 100 days. The vaccines that could stop COVID-19. Cuomo scandal hits uphill probe of nursing home death data. No idea what he's doing. Mansion perplexes with COVID-8 power play. New York AG warns Cuomo's office not to delete anything as probe ensues. Check partisanship at the door. Biden finds GOP allies for rescue money. Disneyland, MLB stadiums likely to open April 1st in California. Capitol riot shamans TV interview irks judge. Biden's Russia pipeline dilemma just got worse, and he has Ted Cruz to thank. Gig workers could end up losers in COVID relief bill. The next headlines are from the Sydney Morning Herald in Australia. Lonergans kick for the ages after Siren Seals thrilling win for Brumbies against Rebels. Finding their voice, Zines power into the 21st century. SCG awash with rainbow flags and sequins as Mardi Gras takes over. India crush England to end Australia's WTC final hopes. Geelong prevail at home as Essendon head in right direction. How to teach girls to have their money wits about them. Pierce dominates as Demons savage the Saints. City humiliate rock bottom victory 6-0 in record derby romp. 2021 Sydney Gay and Lesbian Mardi Gras. Trouble and Squeak, Farmers vs. Mice. The next headlines are from MarketWatch. DeVos appointee who oversaw America's student loan portfolio resigns as Biden Education Secretary pledges to ease student debt burden. Student loan servicer Navient illegally deceived borrowers, judge finds. The Moneyest, Warren Buffett and Harry Potter couldn't get those two retired early, when financial advisors cannot make their clients see the light. The Moneyest, what the hell, I'm 28, have no debt, a 401k, Roth IRA and $45k in cash, should I save for a house or buy a Tesla Model 3? The big move, my in-laws are underwater on their mortgage and their home is in disrepair, should they just walk away and move in with us? The Moneyest, my husband and his brother inherited a property, our son moved in, we paid $60k in taxes and repairs, do we split it 50/50? Tax Watch, this is pure politics, fewer Americans will get a stimulus check this time around, here's how many people will get one. Is the U.S. returning to normal? Millions of Americans, still hurting from COVID-19, say their finances will take years to recover. Tax Watch, it is simply not possible, calls for tax deadline extension mount as accountants say they cannot do everything by April 15th. The Moneyest, I married the life of the party, but he's different at home, he takes his money woes out on me and calls me a gold digger. Next, the top stories about patents and inventions. Should you patent your own company software, intellectual property, United States, Mondac News alerts. Anchor is sued for patent royalties on dozens of USB chargers, Bloomberg Law. Google caps challenges to video playback patents with PTAB win, Bloomberg Law. Breaking up is hard, protecting your IP when an employee leaves a legal intelligencer, law.com. Patenting software in AI, VR, and 3D printing, J.D. Supra. Ben Zayed Binu joins Ratner Prestia in the District of Columbia office, WFMZ Allentown. Balancing Innovation and Competition, Thomas Jefferson's View of Obviousness for Mechanical Inventions, IPWatchdog.com. 3 Chinese firms in global patent filing top 10, shine. Amazing women paving the way of innovation in travel, Kiwi.com. Teva faces EU antitrust probe over Mies drug topic zone, PharmaForum. The next headlines are from Quartz. Can WhatsApp stop spreading misinformation without compromising encryption? Linus is shaking up the supply chain for rare earth metals. How the West African Students' Union drove the anti-colonial agenda in 20th century London. Weekend edition, China's here to win, ethical Bitcoin, Buttergate. China's new 5-year plan is a letdown on climate. How to not let emotions get in your way at work. Broadcom won't catch up on semiconductor orders until at least November. Electric cars may soon get a superhighway from Chicago to Orlando. Whatever happened to Reebok? Saks is turning its back on department stores. The following headlines are from Tech Dirt. College sports is back, but some schools are opting out until name, image, likeness rules are created to compensate athletes. Content moderation case study, Bumble shuts down Sharon Stone's account, not believing it's really her, 2019. FBI director uses January 6th insurrection to, once again, ask for encryption backdoors. Reporter sues Department of Justice to see if it is trying to help Devin Nunes unmask at Devin Cow Twitter account. Moving the web beyond third-party identifiers. Daily Deal, the complete QuickBooks Desktop 2021 certification bundle. Parler drops its loser of a lawsuit against Amazon in federal court, files equally dumb new lawsuit in state court. T-Mobile promised major job growth post-Sprint merger, SEC filings show the exact opposite happened. Is the Digital Services Act going to make a huge mess of website liability in the EU? Twitter opposes tweet trademark application for bird food company. We are now about 1/3 of the way through this daily news headlines podcast, a free service. Here, next, are the top trending keywords in Google web searches for today, a different window on world events. Devin Booker. Chaos walking. Mike Conley. Rico Shibata. Blue Bloods. Boss level. Brent Seabrook. Alex Smith. Kirsten Sinema. Boogie. The next headlines are from RT, the first Russian news station in English. What kind of training is this? NFL star Wyatt Teller slays 200-pound alligator, hauls it on his back, video. Russia and China's partnership not only about containing American aggression, also vital for creation of multipolar world order. Organic building block for life found on asteroid surface for first time. Gay Russian priest who fled to Holland after coming out accuses church of bullying and claims clergy sleep together to boost career. She won every second. Shields makes history in one-sided contest as boxing quote targets MMA debut, video. Pakistan's Imran Khan remains in power after surviving voluntary vote of no confidence. He was about to leave a dead body, fans hail referee's intervention after MMA fighter lands crazy standing elbow KO, video. At least hold the pictures up, House GOP leader receives poor reviews for Dr. Seuss reading amid censorship controversy. Tweet for $300K, Twitter boss Jack Dorsey is selling first ever tweet and the bids are flying in. Russian agricultural exports surge as trade with China grows. The next headlines are from Zero Hedge. How the fight over American freedom will probably escalate. First ever space hotel begins construction in 2025, operational by 2027. Escobar, the shape of things to come in China. Watch, Boeing Loyal Wingman stealth drone makes first flight. San Francisco pays $16.1 million to shelter 300 homeless in tents. Money can buy happiness after all. These are the companies whose employees most often get payday loans. Emmy for slow motion career train wreck, Cuomo stripped of emergency powers as sexual assault charges mount. Iran's IRGC says it thwarted rare airline hijacking attempts mid-flight. The Saudi-led coalition is struggling, Ansar al-is concerning success in ops against Riyadh. The following headlines are from Al Jazeera, Middle East News. Pope Francis urges Iraq's Muslims, Christians to unite for peace. Ivory Coast votes in a parliamentary poll amid political turmoil. Pakistani PM Khan wins vote of confidence amid opposition boycott. The crisis in Tigray and the struggle to report the conflict. Protests erupt over Paraguay's handling of COVID-19. Rising seas, a failure of economics to cut greenhouse emissions. Hong Kong democracy activists to remain in jail pending appeal. Pope Francis meets Iraq's Shia leader al-Sistani. Giant gnat columnage, can Sri Lanka civil war wounds heal? India, farmers mark 100th day of protest, block highway. The next headlines are from Breitbart. Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker's stock craters among state Democrats. Tiger Woods was found unconscious at crash scene. Miracle on Ice star Mark Pavelich dies at treatment home. Joe Biden expands sanctuary country orders, gives illegal aliens another route to avoid arrest. Kane, I won't elevate arcane filibuster over keeping campaign promises. AZ Sheriff, would love to hear Dr. Fauci on COVID risk from border. Over 3.3K migrant youth in DHS custody as 20-year migration surge expected. Exclusive, Paul Guzzer, Big Tech getting 15% discount to hire foreign workers over Americans. To me, Trump cannot be the Republican nominee in 2024, he cost GOP Senate, White House. Joe Biden criticized for push to vaccinate teachers. The next headlines are from UPI News. Gut feeling leads Michigan woman to $1 million Mega Millions jackpot. Watch, missing New Jersey cat turns up 4 years later in Pittsburgh. Watch, turkey crashes through window into California dentist's office. Watch, photo found in used book returned to family decades later. Watch, New York woman finds empty apartment behind bathroom mirror. Look, iguana peeks in through second floor window of Florida police station. Watch, NC transport officials, fly over bridge wall is not leaning, despite illusion. Emu on the loose after escape from Washington State Farm. Watch, North Carolina families rabbit ties world record with litter of 24 babies. The next headlines are from Odd, Strange and Bizarre Things. Terrifying National Park Stories Part 2. 3 tips for finding good tenants to occupy your rental property. 7 odd botanical remedies that are surprisingly helpful. Establishing a disaster plan for health IT. The following headlines are from Earth Files, updates on Earth and astronomical mysteries. Asteroid Apophis, god of chaos, passes Earth today and warm up to its 2029 much closer flyby. The following headlines are from goodnewsnetwork.org. Pandemic has created a generation of schoolchildren more interested in STEM careers than ever, poll says. Ancient DNA shows cats domesticated themselves, why are we not surprised? These floating islands will form a archipelago in Copenhagen's harbor. Labradoodle has incredible bond with 7-year-old who was adopted into the family at the same time, look. Africans are being empowered to write and edit Wikipedia articles about their own countries and culture. You're tuned to No Views, daily automated podcast news. This is a report for Saturday, March 6th. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Reddit Offbeat News. No one is prepared for hagfish slime. It expands by 10,000 times in a fraction of a second. It's 100,000 times softer than Jell-O, and it fends off sharks and produces alike. China NPC, Beijing to overhaul Hong Kong electoral system. Osage Beach man charged after ejaculating on eye care center employee. A drained swimming pool shows how racism harms white people, too. World's oldest wild bird has chick at age of 70. Anal swab COVID-19 test won't make you walk like penguins, China warns public after bizarre viral video. Missouri man learns a valuable lesson during turkey mating season. Japan's tsunami survivors call lost loves on the phone of the wind. Seafood bandit has been hitting Connecticut supermarkets. Walker stunned to see ship hovering high above sea off Cornwall. The next headlines are from a site called The Next Web. Furious AI researcher creates a list of 9 reproducible machine learning papers. These 3 studio monitors are great speakers for a small desk. Scientists made an AI that reads your mind so it can generate portraits you'll find attractive. Researchers developed an AI that scours existing drugs for new Alzheimer's treatments. Smart cities, tech is great, but don't forget the people. Algorithm detects new mysterious layer inside Earth's core. Learn one of the most popular coding languages with this $35 Python bootcamp. CDs are the most underappreciated music format, fight me. Watch, car-sharing platform CEO Nick Easy talks about the future of mobility. What are NFTs, and why are people paying millions of dollars for them? The following headlines are from Science Daily. New potential for functional recovery after spinal cord injury. Uncovering hidden forever chemicals. Novel urine test developed to diagnose human kidney transplant rejection. Small volcanic lakes tapping giant underground reservoirs. How does your brain process emotions? Answer could help address loneliness epidemic. Comet Catalina suggests comets delivered carbon to rocky planets. After old age, intellectual disability is greatest risk factor for death from COVID-19, study finds. Making sense of commotion under the ocean to locate tremors near deep sea faults. The gut microbiome influences the metabolism of processed foods. The next headlines are from Information Week. How CarParts.com leveraged AI ops strategy while scaling up. How to make waste-free product a reality in your organization. This is a reading of news headlines. This broadcast was created on Saturday, March 6th from over 100 sources, to give you a bigger picture of the news. The next headlines are from NASA News. NASA, SpaceX invite media to next commercial crew launch. The next headlines are from the Salt Lake Tribune. Legislative session ends as governor praises many good bills that passed and many terrible bills that didn't. Gordon Munson, Donovan, Rudy, Mike and the rest of the Utah Jazz should stop crying and stay focused on winning. NBA fines Utah Jazz's Donovan Mitchell $25,000, Rudy Gobert $20,000 for criticizing officials following loss to 76ers. Pretty special and pretty rare, Quinn Snyder and his Utah Jazz players open up about him coaching the All-Star game. Utah tops Oregon State to complete a perfect Pac-12 run. Utah Jazz's Mike Conley will participate in Sunday's All-Star game. Police say 3 people stabbed at a Denny's in Orem. Protesting outside private homes is off limits, Utah legislature decides. It's a safe bet, Utah's liquor store employees will be getting raises. Bill limiting governor's emergency powers wins final House OK. The next headlines are from Slashdot, Tech News for Nerds. Visual Studio Code now runs natively on M1 Max. Gravity portals could morph dark matter into ordinary matter. Reddit hires CFO as it considers IPO. CDC study says on-premises dining linked to COVID-19 spread. Tesla share price plunge knocks $267 billion off market value. Twitter is testing an undo option after sending tweets. At least 30,000 U.S. organizations newly hacked via holes in Microsoft's email software. Vertical tabs, startup boost, and more will roll out to Edge this month. Sidewalk robots get legal rights as pedestrians. U.S. blacklisted China's Xiaomi because of award given to its founder. The next headlines are from Fox St. Louis. Whole family wiped out due to domestic violence, as experts preach warning signs. You paid for it, Bunker Hill residents boiling mad over high water bills. St. Louis County Police Sergeant returns home after long COVID-19 battle. St. Louis County authorities unraveling triple homicide rooted in domestic violence. Arch Madness, Northern Iowa Drake canceled due to COVID-19 protocol. COVID-19 vaccine clinic coming to Chesterfield Mall. Enterprise Holdings purchase over $400,000 in local restaurant gift cards for Employee Appreciation Day. CVS and Walgreens to start distributing COVID-19 vaccine in St. Louis soon. Why the phrase turnaround, don't drown can save lives. Man serving life for Angie Helsman murder admits to molesting another girl. These are the current headlines from the world's most interesting news websites. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Fox San Diego. Will Myers enjoying the fruits of lengthy Padre tenure. Caution advised at Del Mar Bluffs after recent collapse. Police search for gunman after man shot in thigh in Valencia Park area. Police ID man killed in City Heights Park brawl. Thousands sign up at launch of COVID-19 testing program for athletes. We cannot get jobs, cosmetologists hit licensing roadblock during pandemic. SDSU plans to hold in-person commencement this spring. Aztecs football to play home games in Carson, face Pac-12 foes Arizona, Utah. Fired Los Angeles officer seeks to regain job. Fans in the stands for Padres opening day, but getting tickets could be tough this season. The next headlines are from SpookNews.com. James Bond is finally switching sides, as the new agent of Spectre. Opinion, bill limiting nursing home cameras needs changes. Budapest, Robert Wallace on a career in intelligence and the Spy Site series and Spycraft. Jeep Grand Cherokee 4Z caught in public in new spy photos. New feature in Apple's Find My app prevents you from being stalked. Security risk, here's how Apple will prevent AirTags from stalking you. Hidden camera shows hands that supply the Happy Egg Company. Yev Hi Chahadeen, March 5, 2021, written update, Rudra and Prisha. There's a new iPhone feature that could easily be used for stalking. Here's how Apple will avoid that. Daewoo D-Shock spinning two-piece rod. The following headlines are from Defense Blog. Japan commissions new ocean surveillance ship. China to boost defense budget by $14 billion. Boeing gets $115 contract to build more loyal wingman combat drones. Lockheed Martin successfully tests extended-range guided rocket system. The next headlines are from SupChina, top news about China. 2 sessions, Beijing sets goals for 6% GDP growth, environmental protection, and crushing dissent in Hong Kong. 5 social topics up for discussion at this year's 2 sessions. Close AO's authentic, tender docudramas of the American West. American overall opinions about China hit record low. This is the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today, in the GMT time zone, is Saturday, March 6, 2021. Now, more headlines. The next headlines are from KRON4 San Francisco. Oracle Park reopening, businesses excited to welcome back Giants fans. Pandemic impact, 8 Goodwill stores to close in Bay Area. San Francisco schools on track to open in April. Bay Area doctors react to ballparks, amusement parks reopening with restrictions. Some Bay Area counties enjoy first weekend back in red air. California has administered more than 10 million COVID vaccines. COVID testing, vaccination hesitancy declines in East Oakland. Poet Amanda Gorman says she was targeted by security guard for looking suspicious. Senate leaders, Manchin agree on virus bill jobless benefits. String of hot prowl burglaries reported in San Francisco. The next headlines are from the Daily Herald. The latest, Pope arrives in Iraq's Urfa interfaith meeting. Golden Knights face the Sharks on 5-game win streak. Number 2 Texas A&M Women open SEC tournament with win over LSU. Number 4 Stanford women rout Oregon State to reach Pac-12 final. Oddany fans 5 and return to Mount Harper HR on first swing. With COVID, contested races, League of Women Voters works hard to reach electorate. 132,000 shots set single-day record in Illinois, case positivity lowest ever. New Des Plaines site opens with single-dose COVID-19 vaccine. Zion man a no-show as jury finds him guilty on drug, weapons charges. Naperville wine tasting room seeking to offer craft beer, bourbon. The following headlines are from Seattle PI. Wash wildlife officials ask residents to inspect aquarium moss after invasive zebra mussels found. Washington's Crystal Mountain extends ski, snowboard season amid healthy snowpack. The next alerts are from the Global Disaster Alerting and Coordination System, a cooperative effort from disaster managers worldwide. Drought is ongoing in Iraq, Syria, Turkey. Drought is ongoing in Angola, Congo, DRC, Namibia. Drought is ongoing in Madagascar. Drought is ongoing in Mexico. Drought is ongoing in Malawi, Mozambique. Drought is ongoing in Afghanistan, Iran, Kyrgyzstan, Kazakhstan, Tajikistan, Turkmenistan, Uzbekistan. Drought is ongoing in Bolivia, Brazil. Green earthquake alert, magnitude 5.7 m, depth 10 km, in, unknown, June 3, 2021, 10:34 UTC, no people within 100 kilometers. Green earthquake alert, magnitude 5.5 m, depth 10 km, in Kermadec Islands region June 3, 2021, 7:20 UTC, no people within 100 kilometers. Green earthquake alert, magnitude 6.1 m, depth 10.29 km, in Kermadec Islands region June 3, 2021, 7:16 UTC, no people within 100 kilometers. You are hearing the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today is Saturday, March 6th in the Greenwich Mean Time zone. Headlines here were found today in news feeds from around the world, but we do focus on the USA, one of the world's current 195 countries. Now, more news. The next headlines are from ABC Houston. How to make Oreo cookies from scratch. Third stimulus checks Senate, Dems strike jobless aid deal, relief bill okay in sight. It's going to be drier and cooler for the weekend. Third stimulus check updates, Senate strikes jobless aid deal, relief bill approval in sight. Thieves steal tools from Dickinson handyman helping people recover from winter storm. 7 Centerpoint Energy workers injured in natural gas explosion in Klein area, authorities say. CA to allow theme parks like Disneyland, live shows to reopen at reduced capacity as early as April 1st. Houston ISD Town Hall aims to dispel COVID-19 vaccine myths for teachers. Several Texas college campuses to keep mask mandates after governor's order. Doctor who lost wife to COVID-19 now determined to fight back. The following headlines are from China Post, top news about China, Taiwan and the world. Nemechek beats Bush to win Truck Series race at Vegas. Khrushchev scores in shootout, Blackhawks beat Lightning 4-3. Sabres coach on hot seat, GM says teams play unacceptable. Pacioretty's OT goal gives Golden Knights 5-4 win versus Sharks. Shields wins unanimous decision over Daguerre. Nichushkin scores twice, Avs beat Ducks 3-2 in overtime. Canada lawyer says Trump comments shouldn't halt extradition. Number 9 UCLA women into Pac-12 final, 58-49 versus number 11 Arizona. The following headlines are from The Gothamist. Extra, would you use TikTok to find a new apartment to rent? NY prisons start vaccinating inmates with pre-existing conditions. Citing $100 million lost during pandemic, YMCA to sell upstate NY sleepaway campsite. As Chinatown remains on life support, how will the next council member tackle its post-pandemic recovery? Murder convictions overturned for 3 men after egregious misconduct by Queensda. Native Noodles, a Queens night market favorite, now has permanent home. City Bike is expanding to Hoboken in May. Nothing to fear, a look back at the mixed messages we got last March. Coronavirus statistics, tracking the epidemic in New York. Controversy over NJ's legalized weed regulations. We hope you are enjoying this podcast. If you have a suggestion for a new RSS feed we should add, please leave it in a comment on our YouTube page. Next, info on a few earthquakes today from earthquaketoday.com. Moderate earthquake, 5.7 mag was detected near Kermadec Islands region. Light earthquake 4.3 mag, Kepulauan Barat Daya, Indonesia. Minor earthquake, M3.2 quake has struck near Pedro Bay in Alaska. Moderate earthquake, 5 mag has occurred near Kermadec Islands region. Minor earthquake, 3.2 mag strikes near Adak in Alaska. Light earthquake, 4.9 mag strikes near Kermadec Islands region. Minor earthquake 3.2 mag, 208 kilometers WSW of Adak, Alaska. Minor earthquake, 3.4 mag was detected near Sandpoint in Alaska. Light earthquake, 4.4 mag strikes near Kashima in Japan. Minor earthquake 3.2 mag, 138 kilometers WSW of Adak, Alaska. The next headlines are from globalissues.org. International Women's Day, 2021, recognizing rural women is central to post-COVID recovery, an imperative for International Women's Day. Women are the future of Africa's COVID-19 recovery. International Women's Day, 2021, a just COVID-19 recovery, not without women's leadership. International Women's Day, 2021, International Women's Day, to change the world, women must choose to challenge. International Women's Day, 2021, Women in Leadership, Achieving an Equal Future in a COVID-19 World. International Women's Day, 2021, Fight Against Pandemic requires women at the highest leadership in governments and in the UN. International Women's Day, 2021, March with Us, 5 activists on dismantling gender lies. International Women's Day, 2021, celebrating International Women's Day on March 8, 2021 AD, what are we waiting for? International Women's Day, 2021, women's leadership must drive the global recovery from COVID-19. International Women's Day, 2021, the world not only needs women leaders, it needs feminist leaders. The following headlines are from Snopes, a fact-checking service. Support for QAnon is hard to measure, and polls may overestimate it. Did Kyrsten Sinema bring cake to the Senate and vote against raising minimum wage? James, brother of Jesus, his ancient remains belong to someone else. Police investigate pepper spraying of mother new toddler. Were most jobs added in February 2021 waiters and bartenders? Antivirus software creator John McAfee charged with cheating investors. Did Biden say Indian Americans are taking over the U.S.? Does the original website for 1996 film Space Jam still work? Does a photo show a parasite that replaced a fish's tongue? Reporter faces trial in case seen as attack on press rights. The next headlines are from factcheck.org. Fact-checking Cruz's partisan spin on COVID-19 bill. Video targets Gates with old clip, misleading edit. We are now about 2/3 of the way through today's news headlines. When everything is working, this feed will auto-update 3 times per day. Join us daily to stay informed. The next headlines are from the Daily Beast. These are the go-to face masks that scouted writers love. Ted Cruz's favorite porn star Corey Chase is more patriotic than he'll ever be. WTF happened to Naomi Watts? Joe Scarborough to Bill Maher, the Republican Party is dead. Star journalist Malcolm Gladwell is also a paid celebrity endorser for General Motors. How Moda, the QAnon spouting skate brand, became roller derby's big villain. Snakes on the plains, how Texas snake zoos beat the freeze. She gave up her baby for adoption, then fought to find him. How my arrest at age 13 changed the shape of my life. The Supreme Court cannot let Louisiana's Jim Crow relic stand. The next headlines are from the New York Post. Indian farmers block highway outside Delhi marking 100th day of protest. Georgia couple begs U-Haul thieves to return the urn holding their baby's ashes. At least 10 injured after Texas natural gas explosion. White Rochester cop probed after pepper spraying black mom near toddler. Former Mexican President Vincent Fox expects cannabis bill to pass. The following headlines are from astronomy.com. The KRM in line, where does space begin? The sky this week. Get ready for a messier marathon. You're tuned to the No Views, daily automated podcast news. If you are hearing this, you found something super unknown. Congratulations. Now back to the headlines. The next science headlines are from CBS News. AstraZeneca hopes to file for COVID vaccine authorization within weeks. Humans, not nature, may be changing Atlantic hurricane cycles. CDC finalizing guidance on what's safe for those who are vaccinated. Earth's largest ever mass extinction is a warning for humanity. States ease COVID restrictions as vaccine effort ramps up. FDA authorizes Johnson & Johnson vaccine, set to begin shipping out this week. Gottlieb says downward trend in virus infections likely to continue. Worldview, UK hospitals still strained, Hong Kong charges pro-democracy activists. Johnson & Johnson begins distributing COVID-19 vaccine as pressure mounts on Senate to pass relief bill. Israel rolls out vaccine passport system. The next headlines are from the New York Daily News. Inauguration star Amanda Gorman claims security guard followed her home, called her suspicious. Appeals court says Derek Chauvin third-degree murder charge should be reconsidered. Disneyland gets the okay to reopen April 1st, along with other California amusement parks. British tabloid The Mail must run page 1 statement announcing Meghan Markle's court win, judge rules. Just in time for National Cereal Day, Fruity Pebbles is selling apparel. Illinois woman missing since January found dead in storage unit. Cuomo administration defends removing nursing home COVID death data from report. Senate COVID relief action stalls after Manchin waivers on key unemployment aid provision. No one is indispensable, de Blasio hits Cuomo again as scandals swirl. Cuomo accuser Charlotte Bennett calls governor a textbook abuser. The following headlines are from military.com. Civilian jet trainer crashes at Edwards Air Force Base, crew safe. Marine colonel gets one-star nomination after being passed over for promotion 3 times. Some Guard members less likely to get COVID-19 vaccination than active troops. Stop throwing money down F-35 rat hole, top lawmaker says. B-1 bomber deployment to Norway shows the alliance is working. Guam needs a new air defense system to protect against Chinese missiles, U.S. 4-star says. Vet groups make final effort to kill GI Bill loophole through COVID relief package. Air Force delays PT test again but adds a new scoring system. Service dogs better than emotional support dogs at reducing PTSD symptoms, study finds. Key lawmakers question justification for keeping troops at Capitol through spring. The next headlines are from the Chicago Tribune. Procession for Chicago police officer. Top cop, dedicated and decorated Chicago police officer dies of apparent suicide on far southwest side. Coronavirus in Illinois updates, new daily record set with 131,882 vaccines administered as 1 million residents now fully vaccinated, state's first case of Brazilian variant identified. COVID-19 vaccines given to hundreds of University of Illinois employees who aren't yet eligible, including coaches and instructors. How does a mass vaccination site work? Here's a look inside one at a former Kmart in Des Plaines. Column, how has a year in the pandemic changed you? The Year of COVID questionnaire is here to help you take stock. The spin, inside the Democratic power shift in Chicago politics, former state senator pleads not guilty, state launches $10 COVID-19 vaccination campaign. With 1 million Illinoisans now fully vaccinated for COVID-19, here's a look at what the data says about who those people are. CPS high schoolers get first chance to opt for in-person classes, while elementary students get final chance to return this spring. Medical examiner report shows Frankfurt native, Lipinski aide was legally drunk when killed in Florida crash. The following headlines are from FIS.org. Study marks major milestone for Louisiana coastal plan. Flamingos poisoned by illegal lead pellets in Greek lagoon. With unfair police treatment, the tragedy is not limited to the incident itself. New split drive system puts scientists in the gene driver's seat. Deeper understanding of host-dependent long-distance movement of viruses in plants. Physics camp has proven benefits for high school girls. NASA's new Mars rover hits dusty red road, first trip 21 feet. Study shows cactus pear as drought-tolerant crop for sustainable fuel and food. Blind trust in social media cements conspiracy beliefs. Thank you for listening and for staying informed. This audio was produced today, Saturday, March 6th, in the GMT time zone. The next headlines are from Discover magazine. The Amazon rainforest could die in your lifetime, here's why. How Mount Tambora and other volcanic eruptions inspired artistic masterpieces. Are the Egyptian pyramids aligned with the stars? What did the Venus of Willendorf originally represent? Life-changing online therapy, 7 points to note before starting. Best CBD oil for dogs, top 5 brands in buyer's guide. 5 best CBD cream for pain. The next headlines are from the Seattle Times. Vlhova leads Shiffrin after first run of World Cup slalom. AP Week in Pictures, Global. Royalty TV, UK monarchy and television have complex ties. At the NBA All-Star Game, HBCUs will take center stage. Afghan official, car bomber kills prosecutor, bodyguard. Indian farmers mark 100th day of protest with road blockade. The following headlines are from mercurynews.com. Word game, March 6, 2021. Bridge, March 6, 2021. Horoscopes March 6, 2021, Shaquille O'Neal, take what others say or do in stride. Ask Amy, years after her best friend disappeared, she learned the reason. Harriet Cole, I was blindsided by my 6-year-old's haircut. Miss Manners, I think I deserved more attention at the wedding. Dear Abby, they're justified in hating me, I just wish my husband didn't hang out with them. Mountain View, woman arrested on hate crime charges. Sharks erase 3-goal deficit, lose 2 golden knights in OT. SF Giants vs Padres, the joy of fans in the park, a ridiculous pitch and possible insurance for Belt. The next headlines are from the Washington Times. Democrats fumble $1.9 trillion coronavirus relief bill, trigger marathon overnight Senate session. Death toll in bombing in Somalia's capital rises to 20. Workers injured in natural gas explosion near Houston. The latest, Germany hopes for opening up by late May. The latest, Pope calls for unity among faiths in Iraq's Ur. The next headlines are from The Intercept. Why the government's plan to help out renters is falling flat. Forget $15 an hour, the minimum wage should be $24. More than $1 trillion of the pandemic relief bill is flying under the radar. What's really in the pandemic relief bill? This is No Views, daily automated podcast news. You are hearing headlines for Saturday, March 6, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are from Eureka Alert. One size doesn't fit all when it comes to products for preventing HIV from anal sex. Magic Sand might help us understand the physics of granular matter. Key task in computer vision and graphics gets a boost. Variable compensation in salesperson health. CVIAI, has just published a new issue, Volume 5 Issue 3. The social support for mothers of patients with eating disorders. Coastal changes worsen nuisance flooding on many U.S. shorelines, study finds. Charting or changing cities. Physics camp has proven benefits for high school girls. Fine particulate matter from wildfire smoke more harmful than pollution from other sources. The next headlines are from the Chicago Sun-Times. Passenger shot by South Shore Line officer charged with aggravated battery. 3 ways the Bears coaching staff will be different in 2021. Aurora man faces 30-year sentence for weapon charges. Republicans who oppose voting rights just don't dig democracy. Man charged with murder in East Chicago stabbing. 2 men wanted for robbery, carjacking in Rogers Park. Teen girl missing from Park Manor. Business burglaries reported in Little Village. Horoscope for Saturday, March 6, 2021. Juryism, Cook County Public Defender not in line for second term. The feed from the Riverfront Times St. Louis has been removed for putting advertisements in its news RSS feed. Cool time-lapse video shows the St. Louis City SC Stadium construction. Earl Webster Cox murdered a young girl, he molested another. Homeless Jesus sculpture stolen from New Life Evangelistic Center. What's it like being part of the Emos dynasty in St. Louis? An heir explains. Updated, St. Louis County mom, kids killed by estranged husband. The next headlines are from Detroit Metro. Michigan trooper charged after sicking canine on suspect for minutes after he surrendered. Senator Shirkey lies about COVID-19 science, defends Texas decision to fully reopen. You are hearing today's news headlines. These headlines are for Saturday, March 6, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are from the Houston Press. Abbott all smiles as he tries to change the subject from Texas blackouts. Houston venues respond, "We don't give two shits what Abbott says," and other remarks. Openings and closings. Hello Yellow, James Harden's 13 opens. Houston's 5 best weekend food bets, say hello to Yellow. 5 more potential Houston Texans swerves in crazy 2021 offseason. Reviews for the uneasily quarantined, coming to America. The next headlines are about world records making news. Global Village breaks 16th Guinness World Record title, Saudi Gazette. Fit for a Titan, a 13.7 kilograms manga volume is set to break world record, The Star Online. Martial arts expert Kirandiali breaks 12 world records, first woman to achieve mammoth feat, Republic TV. 2021 Pro Swim Series, San Antonio, March, Day 3 Finals Live Recap, SwimSwam. Regan Smith, world's best backstroker, takes flight in Butterfly, home of the Olympic Channel. UK Open, Lisa Ashton sets women's scoring record as Peter Wright and Gary Anderson crash out on Day 1, Sky Sports. Simona Quattarella takes 6 seconds off Italian record in 1500 free, SwimSwam. Local elementary school is looking to give back and break records, WHSV. It's time to set the world record in the tilt-a-whirl at Joyland, Talk 1340. 2000 Contenders Championship ticket Tom Brady autograph sells for record $1.32 million, Beckett Media, LLC. The next headlines are from Gizmodo. This site spits out AI-generated rejection emails so you can copy and paste disappointment. The latest Microsoft hack looks like it could be huge. Utah lawmakers pass bill to require porn filters on all tablets and phones sold in the state. Hackers just looted passenger data from some of the world's biggest airlines. How to use an S Pen with Samsung's Galaxy S21 Ultra. Unrav is making incredibly detailed maps of the seafloor off California. WandaVision's finale was what you made of it. Gear up and get your game on in today's best Xbox deals. Turntable FM is back, and here's how it works. Stop letting Google get away with it. What place in the world had the hottest and coolest temperatures today? According to ElDoradoWeather.com, the hottest place on Earth in the past 24 hours was Nawabshah in Pakistan at 108.32 degrees Fahrenheit or 42.4 degrees Celsius. The coldest recorded weather temperature on Earth in the past 24 hours was Dome Cii in Antarctica at minus 73.3 degrees Fahrenheit or minus 58.5 degrees Celsius. The following headlines are from Ars Technica. Microsoft adds startup boost, sleeping tabs to Edge Build 89. Visual Studio Code now runs natively on M1 Macs. Proposed law could force internet service providers to stop hiding true size of monthly bills. Tour of American League Division Series warns the world, don't use the Linux 5.12 RC1 kernel. White House signals coming antitrust push with Tim Wu appointment. How to beat Paper Mario really fast by playing Ocarina of Time. Under intense pressure, WHO skips summary report on coronavirus origin. The Toyota Highlander hybrid is a big three-row with a buzzy engine. Typing my way down a mechanical keyboard rabbit hole with the drop C TRL. Rocket report, SpaceX explains landing failure, more on New Glenn delays. The following headlines are from Raw Story. Vaccine guilt is a real thing. How did the White House know the plan for the night of the insurrection? Joe Manchin's West Virginia counterpart has no idea what he's doing, report. Sad week for the Trump nuts, Bill Maher goes off on QAnon and the Proud Boys. Mad Bell perplexed by lack of FBI follow-up on insurrectionists, what's going on here? Watch, Fox host defends QAnon insurrectionists as gentle people who like America. Joe Manchin secures changes to COVID relief unemployment benefits, report. How Bruce Springsteen and the left can reclaim and cultivate a vocabulary of patriotism. QAnon shaman lawyer dressed down by judge for subterfuge, report. Judge rules states waited too long to enact equal rights for women, report. The next headlines are from Mother Jones. We throw out more than 2 trillion pounds of food every year, UN says. Stimulus vote stalls as Senate weighs appeasing Manchin on unemployment. A new lawsuit alleges Trump participated in conspiracy behind January 6. The lawyer says the offense is crystal clear. From our archives, 20 ways we said we changed 25 years ago. The mayor of Detroit turned down thousands of J&J vaccines. Public health experts say that's a bad idea. Roxana Gay says cancel culture does not exist. 2 big reasons why now is a terrible time to lift mask mandates. Big polluters just power stomped cities seeking greener building codes. The USA needs a reckoning. Does truth and reconciliation actually work? I'm obsessed with decadent and deviant Instagram cakes. The next items are today's top search results for extraterrestrial life. Developing tomorrow's students means making changes today. Letters to editor@messenger.com, St. Albans Messenger. Harvard professor alien claims a disservice to science, newsroom. Mike Polk Jr.'s take on Baker and Emily Mayfield's UFO sighting, wkike.com. The following items are today's top search results for the term neuroplasticity. Engineered glycomaterial implants orchestrate large-scale functional repair of brain tissue chronically after severe traumatic brain injury, science advances. Immune Bio, Incorporated, INMB, CEO RJTC on Q4 2020 results, earnings call transcript, seeking alpha. The next items are the top results for news about longevity and immortality. Books provide advice on aging well. Life newspressnow.com, Newspress Now. We are nearing the end of this broadcast. This report is for Saturday, March 6, 2021 in the GMT time zone. What cities are in that time zone? Well, Reykjavik, Iceland, for one. You might wonder if our server is in Reykjavik. It could be. The following is from the UFO Chronicles. Jeff Ritzmann, husband, father, paranormalist, radio host, artist, musician, in memoriam. That's it for now. Thanks for enjoying today's newsfeed headlines. This, indeed, has been a No Views, daily automated podcast newscast for Saturday, March 6, 2021. Bookmark us and tune in each day to our free automated podcast to find out what's going on, around, and, sometimes, light years, beyond the Earth. Fair use statement. True Strange News is a US-based educational not-for-profit news site. We use only parts of content, in transformative ways and without market usurpation. This means you are still going to want to read the original if you are interested in it beyond the headline and any comments we make. We provide links to original sources wherever possible. If you have any copyright concern, please contact us via our About page for immediate remedy. Contact us, Zeno at XENOMAILS 2021 by True Strange News. All rights reserved.